Hey guys and gals, and welcome back to the 3B Podcast, episode 6, with your hosts Brayden, Henry, and Ben. On today's episode, we will talk about Oscars, the NBA, a little bit about the NFL, and some March Madness. So, Henry, you're on here again. That's 2 weeks straight, buddy. It's 2 weeks straight. So we're just a member of the 3B? Is that what it is now?
My name does start with a B, so we're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. We start a podcast called the 3B Podcast because we have 3 people. Their names start with a B. And now we don't know what's going on with Brayden. Brayden don't show up sometimes.
Ben and Black Henry. 3B Podcast.
That works. Guys, what y'all think about the Oscars? I will say this. Will Smith, he did bring more attention to the Oscars than it's received in years. So, that's a bright side about what happened. But, what did y'all think about the slap heard around the world? The Twitter memes everywhere, going crazy. What'd we think about it?
Well, congrats, Will, on winning the Oscar. No, he won the Oscar. Congratulations to Will Smith winning the Oscar. Chris Rock, that hurts, buddy. My only thought on it was, the first time I saw it, I was like, Will Smith played Muhammad Ali in a movie. And because the slap had some trajectory on it. So he followed through. And Chris Rock only did a little face to the side type thing. I was like, this is impossible. There's no way that hurt. That slap was that powerful, and he only did that. Also, shout out to Chris Rock for not hitting me with a microphone, because I would have.
Oh, man. Well, I would have done way more than just... I would hope I would. I would hope I would on national TV in front of millions of people.
I think I would hope I wouldn't, but I just know that I would have. Also, I would have made a lot more Jada Smith jokes after that. You already hit me, buddy. There's nothing else stopping me from doing anything.
You go ahead. What you think?
Yeah, I thought it was really funny. I like the memes about it. They showed Chris Rock getting slapped, but they said what if Will Smith was to slap The Rock or something? What if he said the joke? Yeah. Man, he would have stayed seated. I don't think he would have done anything.
Yeah, no, I agree. One thing that I did hear to help his case, which people were saying Will Smith looked crazy, look whatever about the whole thing, but she suffers from a condition where her hair doesn't grow. It literally doesn't grow.
Alopecia.
Yeah. And so and I know he's a comedian, and comedians do that all the time. They joke around about things, make fun of things, and you're supposed to just smile at it and continue, But at the same time, we don't really know how much it affected his wife. The only thing I will say, though, where was this aggression when all this other crap with this other dude was
I was going to say, it didn't affect her that much. She was still fucking, wasn't she? I've seen her.
Oh my goodness! She
wasn't saying shit about that.
Yeah, no, then, she was getting around.
But then she's
with one guy. Well, it was with one guy.
Dude says alopecia jokes, and man comes out and slaps somebody.
Yeah, I think it was deeper rooted in the fact that there's just been so much crap going on in his life. So much crap he's heard about the things that have happened with his wife. He's like, you know what? It's live TV, and I'm snapping because he said this.
She publicly came out and said that she would have married Tupac if he was still alive.
I think it again came from the fact that he was upset about everything else that was going on. Not even just that.
Poor Chris Rock, man. Got all that.
Yeah.
All that built up tension.
It's cracked me up. I've seen on Twitter twice where they've people that had the same name, Will Smith, and then there was a Chris Rock. They were making not fake Twitter accounts, but they had Twitter accounts, and they were tweeting because their names Chris Rock and Will Smith. They were tweeting as Will Smith and Chris Rock, being funny, and one of them got almost over 500,000 likes on their tweet. And I was like, yeah, you go crazy with the fact that you can take advantage of this. Do it. Go crazy. No, but Henry, if you had a girl and she cheated on you.
She didn't cheat on him.
Yes, she did.
They took a break.
Oh well.
On a break. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Say you got a girl, you like her or you love her, you're married to her. You take a break. She goes on a very public. Because I mean, she's in a song, isn't she? The guy talks about it in a song.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he disses Will Smith too.
Yeah.
But okay, all this goes on with your girl. Are you going back to her?
Why are you asking me this question?
Because.
But what do you think?
No.
Yeah. No.
I don't know whose girl that is now, but that ain't mine.
Wait. I'll say this, okay. He went back into it, like with the thought of like they would chill, like it was gonna because like when you take a break with somebody, it's not meant to be public, right? But then she started that red table talk thing that she has going on, and then after she started that, all the tea started being spilled. Apparently,
Yeah, well, she's got like her own little Facebook. She's talked about it on Facebook.
I'll tell you what I wouldn't do. If I did get back with her, I wouldn't go on the table talk talking about it with her because he was on the episode when she said it.
Yeah.
It was like a 1-on-1. Yeah, man. Yeah, I have to turn off those cameras, man. That 1-2 McGregor, 3-4 Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
All the pictures wouldn't have been a problem. His hands would have been a problem.
See, like, no, if I got, see, I mean, there's too many pretty ladies out there. You know, there's too many pretty ladies for me to be putting up with that crap. Too much.
Also, I got mad that Will Smith was laughing at the joke.
Yeah, he laughed at it before you.
Yeah. That was one thing that really confused me.
Mm-hmm.
Like he laughed at it, and then I mean, she must have said something to him.
She said
something.
She said,
to him.
"Go slap
Yeah.
him before I tell you publicly again."
Well, there's. Well, first off, he's simping for the wrong girl. Second off, he's listening to her after all the crap that she's done. Like. I mean, he's taking orders from her. That's what he's doing.
Hey, he's
Let me laugh at the joke. I think it's funny, but since it made you mad,
he's in love, man.
I mean, it would be hard to look at someone the same
Jaden
way.
is a fucking badass too. I don't know why she was mad about that.
I don't look. It would be hard for me to look at a girl the same way if everything that's happened went down. I would not be able to look at a woman the same way, even if I love them.
I understand that.
You know.
I don't know why she was mad though.
And
Jaden is a badass.
These hoes, they be trifling all the time.
Bitches be shopping.
And you know what? As soon as that red flag comes up, because we don't listen to red flags, let's be honest. We don't listen to red flags. I don't at least listen to red flags half the time when I get started. You know? And you know, Henry, you had a good idea. Why don't we talk about being slow block on the
Different podcast.
Different podcast.
Ben's sweating right now.
We'll make a whole nother episode for that, man. Not today.
Whole other 16 episodes.
See,
Hey,
listen.
There's no number.
Listen, you know what? You know why this isn't called the 3B Sports Podcast? It's called the 3B Podcast.
It is.
We primarily talk about sports, but we are more than willing to work our way into other topics.
Hey, Brayden's been feeling uncomfortable. You know, he's that he can be on this topic podcast too. Come on, Brayden. You want to talk about your love life?
We could talk about all ours, if we're being honest.
Hey, I'm an open book. Ask me anything. I'll tell you what it is.
My book's for sale. It's not free.
We can talk about the single life. We don't need to talk about that. I don't really want to talk about that last relationship.
Hey, Ben, how's your single life going for you?
No, the real question is, are you single?
Oh.
Great questions.
These are loaded.
For our 95 viewers out there that want to know.
Let's call a special guest for you.
Let's not call any guys.
Yeah, let's call a special. Do it. That would be hilarious. Call it. Call it. Are you actually gonna?
100%.
I'm gonna get in trouble on the podcast, bro.
Guys, we got our first.
We've got our first
phone call.
Our first phone in. Okay, let's do this.
Put it up to your mic.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, right now you're an anonymous caller on the 3B podcast. Okay? So don't say your name. And so how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I want to ask you a very important question.
You don't have to answer it.
I'm all ears.
You have to answer it.
You don't have to answer it.
Is Ben Whited single?
Is he single.
Yes.
All the time we have today. I'm just kidding.
Commercial break.
Commercial.
Hey.
That's a great question.
All right. Hey, tune in on the next episode of the 3B podcast to find out if Ben White is single from our special guest.
Yeah. Yeah, we will have an answer for you. We will call her again, or we might have her make a special appearance on here,
Say, see Anonymous.
live, in person. You'll get the answer. So join in next week.
All right. Ben got real scared right there. They get hot in here?
Ben, are you
I hope some people.
are you blushing? Are you blushing, Ben?
I hope some people don't watch this podcast.
Ben, are you blushing? Oh my God!
Hey, trust me. Trust me
Best nervous.
Oh, you're trying to keep your options open.
Oh, no, Ben's right. I hope people don't watch this podcast for Ben's sake.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen.
I could get in some trouble.
Listen. As long as we stay on Ben's, we talk about Ben's women. This is gonna be great. This podcast is gonna be great.
If I had the right numbers, Brayden, I'm making calls too for you too. Believe me.
I don't
Believe
think
me.
I don't think you got any numbers that you can call to know anything about. Well,
Don't say that. Don't say that. I got at least 2 of them.
who?
One may like you, one may hate you. But I got 2 of them that would tell me shit.
Who?
Anonymous.
They're both anonymous. Let's call them AG and AB. You know what I'm talking about. I met them through you, mate. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know exactly.
One of them played volleyball yesterday. The other one is somewhere in Florida, right?
Yep. That's all.
Yeah. Anonymous G and anonymous B.
Yep.
Oh no! What are the no? Give me initials.
The first letter there of after A was their
The initials. Their first name initial.
Yeah.
One of them play volleyball. We watched one of them play volleyball yesterday. You watched one of them play. You came to watch one of them play volleyball yesterday.
And the other one lives in Florida.
Recently moved. Shout out to you. You know who you are.
I don't know.
That's a damn lie.
I don't know.
That's a damn lie.
I seriously don't know.
I think it's just going too fast for you.
Who did you watch play volleyball yesterday?
You know that one.
Which team? There were two games going on.
Yeah, the church group. They play volleyball. They play with the 3 people on the team. You came with them. Who'd you come to the game with yesterday? Yeah, it was Joe, and then the other one.
We're friends. I thought you meant like.
No.
Oh,
They
would give information.
I said they would tell us. We call them.
Yeah.
No, she would. She would. Okay. Well, we can move on. But okay. So the Oscars. I mean, okay. Would y'all have done what he did?
No.
No. Okay. I don't think I would have either. Again, we're not in the moment. We don't know the whole scenario. I think this was just a build-up of stuff, though. All right, so
I think it was fake.
Next. That I did hear about that, but I don't know if the way things happened after he got slapped didn't make me think it was fake, if that makes sense. But, okay. So, guys, there's been a lot of news about this certain transgender swimmer. Okay, I'm pretty sure this guy, sorry, but you're a guy. You're a guy.
Leah Thomas?
We'll call her a he, she. We'll say he, she. I'm saying whatever the crap I want to say. I don't care. Cancel culture, come for me. Come for my ASS. I really don't care. I'm going to say whatever the frickety frick I want. All right? So, this is a guy swimming with girls. I don't care if you call yourself a woman. You're genetically a guy. Okay, well, he was like ranked 400 or something, 400 or 500 in the guys, like swimming with guys. And then he came over to the women's league, and now he's ranked number 1. Number 1. To all the women out there that are actually putting in work and are doing things fair, I feel so bad for y'all. If you're having a race against this guy, not fair. It's stupid. And it's making me mad that a guy can claim to be a girl and then go and dominate in swimming as a guy with other girls. That's just ridiculous. It's stupid. You need to just make your own little transgender league. If you don't want to be with the guys and you don't want to be with the girls, then y'all just make like a he-she transgender league, you know? And I'm kind of being harsh. I'm joking around a little bit, but at the same time, it does irritate me that you've got a guy swimming with girls and then claiming to be a first place. You know, that's just not fair. What are y'all's thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think it's a very sensitive topic. I think it is unfair to the women who have been working so hard. I know I'd rather watch them go out there and do it. I mean, they've just been working hard and everything, but I don't know I don't really know what all they can do to switch, like where now she is swimming with women.
Why are you calling her? Why is it?
I'm not trying to get canceled.
What makes her a she?
I'm just not trying to get canceled. Somehow they'll get me, bro. I don't know how, but they'll get me.
Well, you know what? We're from the South. We're conservative.
Are we? I'm just kidding.
I don't know if I'm conservative. I don't know. Just irritates me. I mean, like, okay, if I'm in front of a transgender person, I'm going to call them by what they want to be called. But when it comes to topics like this and issues like this, that's where I kind of have to separate. Like, because I'm all about being nice. Like, I don't mind calling you what you want to be called. But at the same time, like, don't do that to other women when you're not technically a woman. You know? What do you think, Henry? Henry doesn't care. Henry doesn't care about being canceled, so I hope he just goes.
I don't give a rat's ass. I'm too Nigerian for that. And I'm black. They can't cancel me. Okay. My initial thoughts on it was like, I'm all for it. So like, growing up, you know, where I grew up, this wasn't even a thing I ever thought about. Like, oh, I wouldn't. When I got to America, and and my eyes are now open to this kind of things. So I'm all for it. I'm like, hey, you know, if you feel like a lady, you want to dress like a lady, and you want to live like a lady, you know, do you, chief? Okay. But like when it starts to like going to like sports, stuff like that, like then it starts to get weird. And especially when I saw that, okay, he was playing with men. I was ranked.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
467 in the men's field.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, 467, might as well just be one in women's. And then went over there and also it's not like he's gonna beat all the good female swimmers are better than him. Like the time he won on, while he was like a second 24 faster than the girl who he beat, he was like 9 seconds off Kayla Decky, who was like, but she's a great swimmer.
Yeah.
Right. It's just that this chick that he beat was an Olympic silver medalist in the Olympics. So it's like just throw this dude in there and he's fucking gonna be saucing up the whole thing.
Yeah.
No. I think it's unfair to the females who are in the sport because like what else are they gonna be doing? You know, I saw that the female wrestlers.
Yeah.
They're transgender wrestlers just being up on females. It's just like I'm all for like you be comfortable in your own skin, like do whatever you need to do to make you happy. But like don't like go into like sports knowing because like you know you have that advantage. Like you obviously have like a slight advantage to these people. And so it's just like I don't know, it's kind of a balancing act.
Yeah.
But I don't understand like cause I'm with you, like just make a transgender league, just put them all of them in there. That way they can compete against themselves.
Well, I mean, like my thing, because I'm kind of like you. Like if you aren't comfortable being a guy, do I agree with it? Do I think it's right? No. But you have every right in the United States of America to go and do that if you want to do that. But when it starts interfering with other people's lives and what they want to do, and it starts making it unfair for them to win or even be competitive half the time, because you're a guy swimming with girls. I know you're called a girl, and I know you're trying to be a girl, but genetically speaking, scientifically speaking, you are still a guy. You still have some advantages over women in that regard when it comes to physical attributes. You're just physically, I mean, it's just a fact. Men are just more physically fit. They're able to do a little bit more than women on that side. Now, there's things that women are great at that guys cannot do. Women love you, okay? I just don't. It's just not fair. That's when it starts affecting other people's lives. That's when I get irritated.
I think my whole thing, like the thing that we're talking about, is that why you choose when they choose to play sports, I just feel like they're doing it because they want to be good at the sport that they're doing. Like,
well, where do you draw the line too? Yeah. It's not even just swimming. When are we going to see guys that are unsuccessful in the UFC, or which I don't think that'll happen in the UFC?
They're the trans UFC fighter.
Well, see, like, That's just not fair. That's just not fair. And then the same thing in like basketball. If one of the NBA guys said, "Hey, I'm a girl now.
I'm a G leaguer.
I'm a G leaguer.
I want to be the best WNBA player in the world."
Yeah.
And let's keep it a buck here. He will be the best WNBA player in the world if he decides to go to the WNBA.
Yes.
Because like that's how the cookie crumbles. You know, like no one's jumping as high as him. He's dunking like almost every basket that he wants to score, and that's just the fact. It's just like.
It's just irritating. And I mean, you don't have to worry about that in football, really. But it's just irritating how this is happening right now. But I mean, it's in 2022, you know? So, like, this is the world. This is where we're headed. So
congrats, Lil Thomas. Hope you're happy. Right, on to the next.
I'm not giving you a congratulations. but, okay, guys. The NBA. So we had a very fun, not heated, but enjoyable. We argued a good bit about the Celtics and the Warriors. And I claimed that the Celtics would win it all. You claimed that the Warriors would be in the finals and that they would win it all. I felt like I was in the right direction after watching the game against the Timberwolves. I mean, my Celtics were not just beating teams by like 3-4. My Celtics were beating them by 15-20 consistently. And I know Henry's shaking his head, so I think Henry's seeing what I'm seeing. My Celtics are the real deal. They're legit. The only thing that did happen, though, Robert Williams hurt his knee. I think it was the MCL. UCL, something like that. But he's out 4 to 6 weeks. Man, and then we got Tatum and Brown that are dealing with some knee injuries. That's just rough. Like, I mean, I still feel okay about it. Like, I'm not freaking out yet. I think the Celtics are built to where they can still win without Robert Williams. But at the same time, that's a big missing piece for my Celtics. So, I mean, they beat the Timberwolves, and they played the Raptors, which I did find funny. They played the Raptors, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Robert Williams. None of them played. And they still almost beat the Raptors. So, I mean, I think the Celtics still have a really good team. I think we got a really good shot in playoffs. What y'all think about the news about Robert Williams, and what do y'all think about my Celtics? Well, let's just go with it, Ben. What do you got to say?
I still think they can contend. Personally, I think the top 4 teams of the East are kind of locked. I think your Celtics are one of those 4. I see the Heat, Celtics, Bucks, and Sixers all pretty much beating whoever they play in the next round, in the first round, I should say. I think the second round is where all 4 of those teams will be tested. Then it's going to come down to who's healthy, who's actually going to be playing every game. Like, if y'all are missing Williams, that's going to be huge, especially if Tatum and Brown are dealing with knee injuries. But, I mean, look at the Heat. Oladipo's hurt, but hurt in and out. Butler's hurt. Bam's hurt in and out. You know, I mean, same thing with the Sixers with Harden and Embiid. Which one of them is probably going to get hurt first? Yeah. It's just going to come down to who's healthy and who's performing the hottest. And right now, one of the hottest teams is the Celtics. Strangely enough, Toronto is also hot, but
we almost beat them without Jason Tatum, without Jaylen Brown, without Robert Williams.
It took Siakam to drop 40. But
it went into overtime, too.
Mm-hmm. But I think y'all have a legit chance. It's just going to come down to whether you're healthy or not.
Yeah.
That's just the biggest part of the game.
What do you think, Henry?
I'm with Ben. Like, I never said the Celtics win contenders, you know? Just knowing that. Because, like, while we did argue, it was the most biased argument that you could have had.
It was.
Like, if I'm being realistic with myself, like, I don't think, like, the Warriors are going to win at all. Especially, like, not recently, you know? It's just, like, you support your team so much. I think the Celtics are going to be contenders, you know? Just that, you know, I'm watching what's all like, and this injury is, like, a big thing, you know? Because, like, you want to be... I feel like this is the time of the season where you don't want to get hurt. So you don't have got, like, if you're going to get injured, you want to get injured earlier.
Yeah.
And then be back coming into this part. That's why I'm scared for my Warriors, because, like, Steph Curry got hurt recently, you know? So I think he's going to be back in the playoffs. His first game back is going to be a playoff game. It's like, that's just a different atmosphere, you know? Mm-hmm. He has to, like, get used to that again. And that's just, like, what scares me about, like, the whole injury about Robert Williams. I think y'all will be fine. Y'all would winning a first round matchup.
I think so too.
Yeah. I saw a stat the other day. So the Celtics, they had been 31-9 through their past 40 games. They were first defensive rating and I think third offensive rating. Their point differential was 15. So like they've been playing really, really good basketball. We'll see how this injury affects them. I wish we're very light in that department of like center, power forward. We're kind of light. You know what? Grant Williams, it's time to step up, buddy. Tennessee player, with the Celtics now. Time for you to step up, buddy. But okay. I still think I'm gonna give so the panic level is probably at about like a 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Where I think we can make it through the first round of playoffs without Robert Williams. And then if he comes back, he's able to pick up some level of himself again, 80%, I don't know, something like that. Then I feel like we'll be fine. Okay, on to the next topic. The Grizzlies. Not only are they really, really good with Ja, but they're really, really good without him. They're 18-2 without Ja. And, for Ja, like, that hurt your MVP case right there. He was talked about being an MVP, and I know, like, it's kind of slowed down a little bit because he's been kind of in and out of the lineup, clearly, because he's missed 20 games. But 18-2 without Ja. How are the Grizzlies so effective and so good without their best player? Their best player averages 26, 27 a game. How are they so good without Ja?
I think it's just their play style, man. They're all about that like grind and like hard play and hard defense and all that stuff, And I feel like that just like helps them like pick up the slack. So like they know they're good defensively, right? So it's like if they can stop you, they know they can stop you, and so it just comes to like them making their baskets. And I think that comes into like we know we can beat any team basically in the regular season.
I gotcha. What about you, Ben? What you think?
Yeah, I think it like what you're saying about the hard play. They fight for every ball. It's the grit and grind. Down there in Memphis, love getting those towels when I go to those games. But I think that's what Memphis has been known for the past few years. They play really hard defense. They have Steven Adams, Jaren Jackson, Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bane. All these guys will try their best to lock you up all game, every game. Granted, they're not the best scorers necessarily, but once you lock someone up, 5-6 possessions, all you need is a couple baskets.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're in the lead, and you're just like, wow. But I think you're right too. It does hurt Ja's MVP case, sadly, because I love Ja. He's just an athletic freak out there, man.
Oh my goodness,
he's
AI. Watch. He's an AI. He seems to be play like AI.
Yeah, it's insane. I love watching him, but they're getting it done. I can't wait to watch them play in the playoffs. I think it's gonna be fun. Watch them get out there and play a little bit.
I've not really taken them seriously throughout the season, to be honest with you. I was thinking it kind of gave me like a Knicks vibe last year, except higher up, of course. Like they're playing better ball than the Knicks were, but the Knicks overseeded expectations last year, and then they've fallen off this year, and that's kind of what I thought would probably end up happening next year. They may fall off, but just looking at it now, I can't say that. Like I have to give them their props. They're legit. They play defense. Their defense leads to offense a lot of the time. So the Grizzlies, they have my respect. Yeah, but I'll tell you a team that doesn't. The Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, facts.
Guys, right now they're out of the playoffs.
Let's go.
Oh, my goodness. If you're LeBron, what's going through your head right now? Oh, my goodness. Okay, what do you think about that, Henry? What do you think about the fact that the Lakers could be sitting at home? You know what? That's just sitting at home alone, And I know you're not used to sitting at home alone either. I know you've always got the ladies coming over and hanging out. So it's just they're going to be sitting at home alone, not on the court playing some basketball. And I know you be playing basketball year round. You know, you shoot your shot with the women. Usually doesn't get blocked, does it, Henry?
Oh, I'm gay actually.
Oh, so you okay? So you go.
I hang around with the boys.
So you a switch hitter?
Switch hitter.
Switch hitter.
Yeah, I'm switch hitter.
Henry.
But
Henry.
the LA Lakers. You kidding?
I was coming for you, buddy.
Go for Ben, man. Ben loves that power thing.
No,
You're the one that said you were gay.
Not my type.
I was waiting on you to come out and say it, man.
Yeah, you're not my type.
Since when? It's not what you said last night.
I didn't see you last night.
Yes, you did at the volleyball game.
No, I didn't.
Now you be capping,
I
Hoss.
didn't see you. I saw Ben last night.
You saw me and Ben.
Ben came over to my house last night.
Yeah, where was my invite?
I didn't invite you. You're not my type.
But
Yeah.
caller said caller was there too.
Yeah. She's my type too.
Oh, so we're. Oh, okay. So y'all be having some fun then.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, we do have fun, don't we? We have an amazing time over there. Hey, back to the Lakers. Okay? And away from my love life. The Lakers being out of the playoffs is very, very strange to me.
Yes.
But, you know, AD has been hurt. He's always getting hurt. He's never not going to be hurt at this point. So there's like, but like, it's too strange. Like, if they made playoffs this year, then it's just gonna be funny, I think. But like then again, you know, if they miss it for the Spurs, I'm not gonna be mad about it, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
but like, who are the teams in the play-in right now for the West?
Pelicans,
Yeah.
Spurs are 9 and 10, and then Timberwolves and
Yeah.
Clippers.
So no matter what happens, the Timberwolves and Clippers are probably gonna make it anyways.
yes.
It's going to be one of those two teams.
Yep.
So like, I'm not really stressing about it, you know, but like, it'd be nice to see them in the play-in, just to like play against, just to watch AD, kind of try to. I want to see what they have to like. What you guys got going on? Like, if you guys are fully healthy, like you say you are, and all the pieces you picked up because they said they picked them up for the playoffs, because these are all playoff, like, apparently these people were all playoff, like, good in the playoffs. So I want to see what they have if they're in it. So I want them to be in it so I can watch them like play the play-in games, and then like see like, oh man, maybe they do have a chance. But like, they've not been any good team in a 4-game series. If I'm being honest with myself, let's just be real here. And that's just it. Am I happy to see LeBron out of the playoffs? A part of me is, yes, you know, but like, you know, I also want to see him lose in the playoffs, because that's also funny to watch when the Suns beat him 4-0, 4-1, was it 4-0?
Yeah, 4-1.
Yeah, it was 4-1.
Yeah, and that was I enjoyed watching that very much.
I enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
Well, see, I know you said it's weird for you to see the Lakers not in the playoffs. I don't even think it's necessarily the Lakers now, because of the whole thing, like after Kobe, like what happened, how they fell off and they weren't in the playoffs for a little bit. But it's more LeBron missing the playoffs. It's not even the Lakers. It's LeBron missing the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's going to be weird. And as much as I don't like LeBron, I can't stand you. I can't stand LeBron. Like,
Same.
no part of me likes you.
I like LeBron.
Stick to dribbling, buddy.
Whoa.
But anyways, what you giggling over there about?
That's funny.
You also told LeBron to shut up and dribble?
I didn't say shut up and dribble. I just said stick to dribbling. Because like when he starts talking all this other crap, this nonsense, when he gets into the political world, I'm just like, dude, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You really just like you talk about Trump having Twitter fingers. LeBron, you be tweeting too much, buddy. You need to stop. You don't know what the frick you're talking about. You acting like you supporting the Chinese right now half the time. Do the Chinese under the table pay you something to like just talk crap about the U.S.? Do they? Like, seriously. But anyways, no, it'll just I don't like LeBron, and at the same time, LeBron does make headlines. LeBron makes things more interesting for the NBA and for the playoffs. So part of me is like, yes, LeBron, you might be sitting at home. But on the other side, It's the Spurs. The Spurs aren't very good. At least the Lakers have 2 stars, 3 when AD's healthy. That makes for more entertaining basketball for me. So I don't know. I feel like it'll be weird LeBron not being in the playoffs. I do think that'll be weird. But Ben, what you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little different on this. I hope the Lakers don't make it 100%. No part of me wants the Lakers there.
Oh well, 1,000% agree on that.
Yeah, nope. Sorry, I don't want them there. I can't deny that LeBron is arguably the 1 or 2 best basketball player to ever play the game.
2.
But regardless, yeah, I also agree that's 2. But stay at home, please. I really don't want to watch you there. I know somehow, I'm sure you'll get touched and they'll call fouls and give you free throws. I mean, you'll probably miss it anyways, but I just don't want to go through that. I'd rather watch all these other teams go through. I like AD a lot, but sadly, he can't stay on the floor, like Henry was saying. Even when he comes back, I think we could all guess he'll probably get hurt again, either this year or next year. It's just going to happen. Hate to see that with him. But, yeah, I really don't want the Lakers there, and I think they would lose in a 4-game series to just about any of those teams. It's been a very weird season watching them kind of play like this, too, because LeBron, you picked your team, bud. You picked the losing team. But
Yeah. I mean, and you picked a bunch of old guys,
they say that, of course, he doesn't do that, but nah, stop
No,
the cap. We know you do it.
Buddy Hield, they had a chance to go get Buddy Hield and DeMar DeRozan. I believe DeMar DeRozan was not LeBron's fault, from what I hear. That's Pelinka. That was on Pelinka. But they had a trade done for Buddy Hield. LeBron said, no, I want Westbrook. So he went and got Westbrook. So, I mean, you constructed this team. You're the one that put a bunch of these 35, 36-year-old guys on here to play ball. I mean, they're the oldest NBA team in the league, I believe. Isn't that correct?
I think so, yeah.
So, I mean, LeBron, this is on you, bud. I mean, I feel like everybody knew Russell Westbrook was not able to play with other superstars. I thought that had been kind of proven. But apparently, we mentioned AD. Apparently, AD is set to return soon.
Please.
I think within this week, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I only know because he's on my fantasy team for both leagues, and I really need you to play, bud.
Well, AD's set to return. Guys, do we think there's any hope? So right now they're sitting out, or not sitting out, but right now they're looking into the play-in. Right now they're not in there. Do we think that they'll get in there? Do we think, what do y'all think is going to happen? I know what we want to happen. What do y'all think is going to happen?
I think they have enough talent to where they will make the play-in. If AD stays healthy, they're going to make the play-in.
Yes, if I agree with that. If AD stays healthy, sadly they'll get in there.
If AD comes back and gets hurt again, then who knows what's going to happen?
I disagree 1,000% with y'all.
But here's the thing too, where you're talking about where you disagree. The schedules. If you've looked at them, the Spurs schedule, they're playing the Trailblazers twice, Nuggets, Timberwolves, Warriors, Mavericks, and Grizzlies, where the Lakers are playing the Jazz, and then Pelicans, Nuggets, Suns, Warriors, Thunder, Nuggets. So they play the Nuggets twice, but theirs is just a teeny bit harder than the Spurs, their schedule overall.
Oh, see, I looked at it the other day, and I thought that the Lakers were going to have a harder time getting in, especially. Well, now they're 10th place. I mean, they're in the, or not 10th, they're 11th place. They're on the outside looking in, but at the same time, the Lakers should not even be in this position.
No,
I know that it's hard, but LeBron, dude, it all falls. It unfairly all falls on LeBron when it comes to this, in my opinion. And people are saying, oh, well, it's Westbrook. Well, Westbrook, over his last 6 games, is averaging 22, 8, and 8, shooting over 50% from the field, and they're still losing. So clearly it's not just Russell Westbrook that's the problem, So, I mean, LeBron, it falls on your shoulders at the end. Not necessarily always fair that it does, but it does.
The thing is that, why I stand on that whole LeBron getting the flag for it, it's like, if they won, he would get all the praise.
Yes, he would.
Yeah.
And then, when they lose, I'm like, you should, expect the blame as well. Because, am I the one who didn't think that he should have, like, AD should have won Finals MVP for that last 2020 championship? But I feel like AD should have won the Finals MVP for that bubble championship. AD played amazing.
He did.
And I was like, okay, just give it to AD. And then it was like, oh no, LeBron. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, hey, but so like like they're gonna give you the praise. They're gonna call you the GOAT. LeBron did this, you know. But like, so like when it's cause like he is technically the GM of that team. Mm-hmm. The team he has right now is the team that he wanted. He told them, he said, I can win this with this team.
Yeah.
And now, and so when as it fails, there's only one person you can look to. It's like, hey, buddy, you pick this team, make them win.
Yeah. I mean, because they were trying to go a different direction. The Lakers,
the
Lakers organization, they were trying to go a different direction. And then LeBron was like, I want Russ. But speaking of MVP, guys, who's y'all's MVP? I feel like I'm going to come in with a hot take here. This segment, I've got somebody completely different.
Okay.
But I want to hear y'all's first. So, Henry, what you got? Who's your MVP?
My MVP, as much as I hate to say it. I hate to say it. It's going to have to be Joel Embiid. As much as I hate to say it because of my Pirates. I hate to say it.
Facts.
But Joel Embiid probably should win MVP this year. Just because he's so good. Like, it's insane. He's like actually like really good. It's too bad he plays for Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
But my African brother, win MVP.
What about you, Ben?
I think I'm going Jokic. I'm still going with Jokic because MPJ's been out for like 3 months. Murray hasn't played a single game, and somehow they are, the 5th seed right now? Something
5th or 4th?
Yeah. I mean, Jokic is also almost averaging a triple-double.
I think the Mavs may have taken over.
He's ridiculous. I hate to say it, too, because Jokic was MVP last year.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, no one really wants to see someone win back-to-back like that. But
Steve Nash, baby.
Yeah, he did. But I think I'm still locked in on Jokic.
Guys, so I've been thinking, I've been looking at statistics, and I've been listening. A lot of the ways that they viewed MVP, especially like in past times, like in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, who is the best player on the best team? You know who the best player on the best team is?
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker. Devin Booker. Like, guys, like Chris Paul's been out. They've still been winning. Devin Booker's averaging like 26, 27. This dude's 20. I think he's 26, 5-5. You know, like Devin Booker's a hoss. Devin Booker is a superstar. A superstar. You know, like he deserves his flowers. I think he's not getting enough respect. I think Devin Booker should win MVP. I think also Jason Tatum would have played like he's been playing for the past month. Jason Tatum, like if he did that consistently, he'd be MVP, you know, because he's been averaging like 35. But at the same time, I'm going to be rocking with Devin Booker. I think Devin Booker, 100,000% at this point, deserves it just through different people's arguments, just through me listening, me looking at statistics, me seeing how good the Suns have been without being at full strength. Like, I mean, we've talked about all these injuries. We talked about the Warriors. We talked about the Celtics. There's probably going to be some fall off from the Celtics these next couple of weeks. We didn't experience any fall off with the Suns. None when Chris Paul went out. None. 60 win team. They won over 60 games. You know, so like, I think they have already at least, haven't they?
58.
Maybe it's 58.
But I mean,
either way, they're really, really close. Really, really close. And I think they're going to be a 60 win team. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think it's time to respect D-Book.
Well, it was 61.
That's what I thought they had hit 60.
Yeah, I thought it was 58.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, D-Book, I'm here. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm on the train. Dude, you've been balling out. You deserve more praise. You deserve more love. Respect, Toss.
I mean, yeah, hey, much like all respect to D-Book. I mean, he would win it, but like you was saying, the East is better than the West this year, right? At the top end, so they won't get like. And also funny is like, oh, it's so crazy how much the narrative changes for MVP every single time. You talk about it. It's like last season it was give it to the best, give it to Jokic, and this season is like give it to the best player on any team. So like they don't give it to Embiid this year, but last year they didn't give it to Steph Curry because Steph Curry wasn't the winners player on the best player on the winning team. So they give it to Jokic. So like they need to like find like something that works. Yeah. And like just if you're gonna give it, cause I'm fine, give it to the best player on the best team. Give it to the best player on the best team every year. Don't like give it to like some random dude on like the fourth team once a year. Then like the next year you give it to like oh no the best player. Cause like narratives coming into the season help you with MVP. And Joel Embiid's narrative is unfortunately. I want to say like Embiid is playing bad. He's playing great.
Yeah, he is.
But like narrative coming to the season was like Embiid is MVP.
Yeah.
And so and once you do anything like to back that up a little bit, you're gonna get the award. And he's backed that up tremendously because like he's playing so good. So they're gonna give him the award. Because like right now they're literally saying Embiid or Jokic. That's what everyone's saying. They're not saying anything else. Yeah. So everybody else who's playing right now is playing for third place basically. Because it's going to be first vote to whoever wins between the both of them, second vote to the second person in that argument, and then third place will go to D-Book probably, to be honest.
D-Book, Giannis. I know he's up there.
I mean, I'd put, honestly, looking at it, and I mean, I'd probably go, which I like Jokic. I like Jokic, but I'd probably go with Giannis over Joker.
I mean, if we're all building teams, we'll probably all pick Giannis.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just like.
I don't know. It's hard. Like, I feel like it's hard for the Joker to get as much respect as he deserves just because of the way he looks and the way he plays. I was watching this
video, though, like, if you put all the MVPs in a one-on-one tournament, Jokic would come last.
Yeah, he would.
But that doesn't matter,
But basketball is a team game.
Exactly.
And he plays it like the right way.
He plays it the right way.
Exactly. So like that's just like he doesn't look the most athletic.
Yeah.
He looks like he goes somewhere and he pounds burgers.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely does.
I mean, you're right.
It's funny. No, Steven Adams says he goes somewhere and pounds burgers.
Yeah.
And Jokic says he goes somewhere and eats healthy. But Jokic looks like he does what Steven Adams does.
Yeah.
And Steven Adams like he does what Jokic does.
Yep.
It's like,
yeah. Well, okay. So, you got the Joker, you've got Embiid, and I've got good old D-Book. I think one of y'all will be right. I'm leaning towards you will probably be right. So if I had to pick who I think will win, it'll probably be Embiid.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see Devin Booker get a shot and be in there and be in the discussion.
After this season, he'll probably get the narrative for next year.
I hope so. Because I feel like he hadn't got as much respect as he deserves in a lot of regards. So you talked about how biased our picks were last episode, Henry. How you feeling about your picks?
It's not going to change.
Week?
It's still going to be biased. But like things that realistically, if I want to speak it realistically, like I have no strings attached to any of the teams. Like
you were all about your Warriors. Don't be an assault. No strings attached.
Yeah, I still am. I think the Warriors are going to win it all. But that's just me saying that, right? If you have to be real with yourself, and like fully in my head about like, okay, let's be honest with who's going to win here, and you just like take out the blinders that you have on your eyes. It's honest. Like you're like the best teams in the NBA right now are the Suns, and in my opinion, the Bucks.
Where are my Celtics? If you're saying right now in the NBA, the best teams.
I said right now, my opinion.
The Celtics have been playing the best basketball.
Hey, they could
be
right under the Bucks. Though.
I said my opinion though.
Whatever. You just don't want to show the Celtics love because I'm a Celtics fan.
No.
Yes, look at that smile. Look at that smile. He knows I'm right.
No, if the only team I'm sliding right now is the Sixers because I hate Matt Pyre so much. I'm sliding the Sixers. It's true. Believe like you're bad, but like you're not Matt Pyre's worse.
Like if it's Celtics,
I'm bad. How am I bad?
Like you talk out your ass sometimes.
No, no.
Like
Brayden, you told us that Tony Romo was the best quarterback in Dallas Cowboys history.
I don't remember saying those exact words.
Better than Andrew Luck. That's what it was.
I said he was better than Andrew Luck.
See, that's the problem. So like
Statistically speaking, Tony Romo is better than Andrew Luck.
I mean, what do you say? I don't want to bring it back up.
But what he was saying, like Philly and Boston, like if they play each other for the Eastern Conference Championship,
I'm supporting Boston.
Yes, we are going Boston 110%.
I wouldn't even look at Embiid is African. I should support Embiid, but I would not because my parents support Philadelphia.
Yeah, we wouldn't even look the other way. We're with you every game. It doesn't matter how many games there are. We're with you.
You see me posting
every game.
Go Celtics because like it's just that.
Well, hold up. But what happens if lost my train of thought. So would y'all support the Celtics with any other team?
No, because it's Philly.
I'm saying, but like say they play the Bulls or they play like the Heat. So you're for the opposite team?
Yes.
Just because it's me?
Yes.
Mine's just for me. It depends on who you play.
Yeah.
If you play
you just said it was because of me.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I am saying that. But like let's say if you played the Bulls, I want the Bulls to do good. That's just like me wanting to see Alex Caruso do something like.
And you want to see me sad? You want to see me upset? Not sad, but you want to see me upset.
Upset? No, I just don't want your team to win. It's like if I watch football, I don't want anybody. If my team isn't winning, no one's team should be winning.
That's true. This last postseason, we all
we all got into it. We're all sitting at the house going, they need to lose right now because no one they can't win.
Because we also made a thing where like if our team wins, all of our friends in that little pool who agreed to it before the season gets them a jersey of their choice. So like we're watching each other's teams playing and we're like, bro, I hope you guys lose.
Yeah, because I don't want to buy you a jersey. I don't want.
Yeah, exactly. So like the 49ers were a very heavy favorite for like Henry and Benji and them. Because they beat our team and then they beat Cam's team, which was the Packers.
Yeah,
so that's 2 jerseys gone that they don't have to buy.
Yeah, I was loving on that. Yeah. I was like, hey, let's get it.
Yeah, so like if your team doesn't make the postseason, like his and Benji's didn't, then we're already just not worried about it.
Yeah, and then we just have to like make sure that their team doesn't win.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you do stuff like that, it really brings you in. Yeah. You really start to watch.
That and sports betting.
Yes, that too.
And talking about people, like my parents, I don't care if I buy my parents a jersey. Just that talking to my parents about sports, I've seen like his opinions on Philadelphia. It just like makes me like want to not see them win it. I don't even watch MLS soccer. The Philadelphia,
Philadelphia Union.
They cannot win MLS because Matt doesn't even watch it, but he'll find a way to let me know that the Philadelphia was one of the best teams in MLS, and I don't want to hear that.
Why is he such a Philadelphia guy?
He's from Philadelphia.
I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah, he's from Philadelphia.
Well, I love that dude today.
I knew he was a Philadelphia Eagles fan because Cowboys and Eagles are in the same.
You probably know he's a Texas fan too. Or if you didn't know, you're about to find out when they hit the playoffs.
If you have him on Snapchat, be ready for his energy. Did you remember seeing that last year?
Be ready for ours. Be ready for ours too, because we wasn't the other team.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah.
Energy and Hawks.
Oh my goodness.
No, but I think I know the Celtics are good. I know that. Okay, but like, what I'm business of is like, who do I trust more? Like, do I trust Jason Tatum or Giannis more? And Giannis has hardware. And Giannis has hardware to the point where like he was the reason why they got the hardware.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at.
See, the thing that gets me, and I know I'm not the only one, is people put asterisks by the Bucks finals win last year because of all the injuries. And, like the whole thing with, I think the Nets would have beaten the Bucks even if James Harden was just healthy, just not hurt. But they were without Kyrie, James Harden.
James Harden played.
But he wasn't James Harden.
But Giannis was also hurt.
I don't know about that.
He pulled his groin, didn't he? He was hurt. Like he was playing on an injury.
I think he was hurt.
He was hurt before. He was hurt before the series, I believe.
Yeah. And the finals, and he played both of those and he won. So I was like,
all I know is if KD had one size small shoe, then it would have been the Nets.
Oh, I wanted Nets to go. I wanted to see it. I was like, Nets. I was like, please go Nets.
It's just like, and Drew, just watching Holiday in the playoffs last year. He was playing really good defense, but he was a shell of himself for like a complete series.
Yeah.
Like he could not make a shot. Do I really like? Because there's times where Chris Middleton shows up. There's times where Chris Middleton doesn't show up.
Yeah.
You know, it's just weird. It's just flaky. I feel like the Celtics had been a more consistent team.
But isn't that like as much as we all want to like be like, oh no, he doesn't like. Teams change in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you go watch a team like the Grizzlies, again, run the rough shot, and then you're gonna go there and watch them lose like 4-2 to some team that they shouldn't. It's just like things change in the play. Like in the playoffs, like everything's like then they're looking at you, like that's only you. Like they want to stop that your exact best thing from happening. Because noticing you're playing in one game a night, is different teams. Like in the playoffs, like they go into this playoffs knowing that I'm sure like for the first round, it's like we know we're playing you, so we're gonna do everything we can to stop you.
Yeah.
And we can, as much as I think that all players play with the same way all year round, but it's not true.
No,
You know?
I agree. I think a lot of that has to do with the defense is ramped up tenfold in playoffs.
And the calls become a lot more like you
Yeah.
don't you can't just like run to basket and go like this and expect to get a foul. They don't call those anymore in the playoffs.
Yeah. You know one team that I was thinking about the other day, just remembering how it went in the playoffs last year. Paul George dropped 36 last night.
Clippers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Clippers have a good team
Mm-hmm.
with like when healthy. I've heard some rumblings that Kawhi could come back.
Yeah,
you know?
we'll see. We'll see.
So I mean, like, if you're the Grizzlies or the Suns, you are not wanting to play.
Also,
With PG back, you are not wanting to play them.
Because
you're not.
They've been talking about like a lot recently about like the bubble championship, about how they didn't want to be in that, and how this year they're all locked in. So I feel like this year they're playing like something different. They're like, okay, we're gonna show that the Clippers are legit. So they want to like show that they're not just like a fluky team.
Yeah.
So I think that like that's gonna be hard for them. Whoever gets that matchup, if they make it,
It looks like it's
I
gonna
think
be Memphis.
everybody's hoping that the Timberwolves knock them off. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Everyone's hoping that the Timberwolves go, and then whoever wins that game.
Well, I mean,
gets
it doesn't matter if
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Timberwolves
yeah,
because
yeah.
I mean, if the Timberwolves beat them,
They have to go
then
beat-
they have to play the 9-10 winner.
Yeah, then so everyone's hoping that like they just like get kicked
Yeah.
off, kicked off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're being real here, that's Memphis' matchup because they're going to beat the Timberwolves.
Yeah, but right now, if the Clippers win, they
Yeah,
get Memphis.
they got Memphis. Yeah.
Yeah, and that I don't know about you, but I feel like that might be trouble for Memphis.
Yeah,
I feel like it most definitely would
it will
probably
Yeah,
be
It
trouble.
will be trouble, Memphis.
Especially if Kawhi. Like I don't know how likely it is that Kawhi comes back, but Norman Powell has been hurt too.
If I'm Kawhi, I dress out just to put some fear in their heart. I'm not even kidding.
Hey, he dropped a New Balance 2
But
shoe.
I'm not even kidding. Like, you just show up to the game and shoot around for a second. Let them think you're gonna play for at least game one. It has to work one time.
Yeah.
I promise you, it was sketch shot of anybody. Because if it was the Warriors, I'd be like, oh hell no. You know, put out like Kawhi, not out. But game time decision.
Yeah. Day to day with game time
People,
decision.
people pissing their pants if that happens. Okay?
They really would.
Memphis fans are gonna be.
They really would.
You just
Really would. Okay. But guys, like with our picks that we had, how do you feel about your picks, Ben?
I still feel. Oh goodness, I still feel pretty good about my picks from the East. I know I said Bucks last time. I know it's something you don't want to hear, but I think I'm just gonna still ride with the Bucks as the one, regardless. I don't see how anyone or any way possible that one of the top 5 teams from the East doesn't win from the Eastern side.
your first round matchup. Yeah.
I say first 4. I mean,
I know
because
the Bulls are flaky,
the Bulls are like,
but they have potential.
and
'cause
plus they would as it stands now.
they haven't won against.
I mean, as it stands now, though, let's look at the standings. Okay. Henry, while I'm looking up the standings, I need you to say something funny. Like I need you to do something. Like do you need to talk about Deshaun Watson again?
No, I'm good. I'm over that. You know, not Deshaun Watson is my quarterback. You know? I've been watching.
So now you're okay with him.
Well, no, I've been okay with him. It's just like, you know, I want him to bring Deshaun Watson when I didn't know about the hand jobs to the Browns, you know. So I want him to like, and he said, he didn't get indicted,
Yeah.
so you know, he's
Well-
not
Yeah.
to proven guilty. I can't say, and I'm like, you know, he's a Brown, and I've gotten off my chest, and you know, now go Dogs, go Deshaun, you know, send me a jersey, what's up, you know, and we're gonna let it ride out.
All right, so here's what it looks like on the East. I'll tell you what, the top 4 seeds are going to be fighting
Yes.
till last game to
Yeah.
see the seedings. This is
Yes.
this is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen it like this especially in the East. But so you got the Heat, Bucks, Celtics, Sixers right now
Yes.
as stands. And as a Celtics fan, I don't have any complaints with how it stands right now. I'd love to have a 3-6 where we play the Raptors in the playoffs first round.
Yes.
I would love that. I would feel amazing about it. 2-7, you'd have Bucks and Cavs.
Which Cavs, I'm telling you right now, I'm low-key thinking they get swept.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
I know a lot of people are riding them.
Against the Bucks?
The
No,
Heat,
just
the
what
Heat
they've
are
done.
the Heat's the team that's in trouble.
No, they're not. Because there's a play-in. So the next will probably be the 7th spot.
That's true. Yeah.
So
yeah.
the Bucks Nets first round matchup. That's the one everyone's gonna be watching right there.
Yes. Which
We're watching every single one of those games. Just
I'm
so
gonna
you
watch.
know,
I'm gonna watch a lot of them. You're right.
we're watching. I hope y'all are down to watch. We're watching them together. We're watching them together. We
And,
are.
But like what
That
you were
way we
saying-
can talk about them.
Yes. But like you were saying, the top 4, you think it's definitely probably going to be those 4. I'm throwing Chicago in as that mix because they have the power. It's just whether or not they're healthy. Especially if they play Philly, because Embiid and Harden, one of them go down.
Yeah,
You know, you never know with
Yeah.
a team like Chicago diverse. But
that's
I mean,
fair.
I agree with you for the most part there. I don't see any way that Toronto, Cleveland, Charlotte, Atlanta, and if Brooklyn gets healthy, that could change it if all 3 of them play, including Ben Simmons. But as of right now, you know, what's the chances of that?
Yeah,
So I'm ruling them out for now.
yeah. No, I understand. Man, that's just that. Looking at the Lakers at 11, it's just blowing my mind. It's just blowing my mind right now. But okay. So Henry, we kind of you talked about your Warriors a little bit. I mean, you feel good about your Bucks and
Yeah, I feel good about the Bucks. My Warriors is worrying me a lot, but like, you know, injuries is injuries, and also like, you know, I feel like, you know, you got that. I feel like they got that point where like that's what I'm trying to believe. Tell myself is like they got that point where like, is what it is.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
watching like our bench play is like fucking painful to watch. To be honest, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna cap to you, but like, you know, I'm so confident in like our stars to shine. Because like when we get to the playoffs, you only put like a simple in the rotation. And I think the players who I do want to see in the rotation, like Jonathan Kuminga, Jordan Poole, they have been showing me that position that they can give you good bench minutes, and because they're scoring, and that's what we want to see. Right now, I'm just watching. Can these dudes who are in right now, which is because Steph Curry's not playing, J1 is barely playing, they're all like sitting them out and everything. So like, can those dudes who are currently playing right now, can they give us good bench minutes? And they're looking like they can. So I'm okay there. You know, but I'm still kind of worried because they're getting spanked still. So
I got you. All right, guys. Well, let's talk about the NFL. There's not really a whole lot of like headlines, news, trades really that have happened that have been like a big ordeal. But I do want to ask one question. So after the moves so far, who would you guys say y'all think y'all's Super Bowl favorites are?
That's tough. Hate to say it, although I love the player. I love Mahomes. I think I'm sadly going to have to say Chiefs. I feel like as long as he's quarterback, I see an AFC championship game just about every year, at least.
Even after the trade?
Yes.
Other Tyreek Hill trade, I
Yes.
think Tyreek is gonna miss Mahomes more than Mahomes gonna miss Tyreek.
Yep, I agree.
Okay.
I think Mahomes will make Juju all of a sudden look a lot better than he did last year. I mean, it's Mahomes. He slings it. He's smart. They picked up a running back too. I forgot who it was. They picked up Ronald Jones the Chiefs did. But they've been bolstering their O-line a little bit. So, I mean, I just think Mahomes is spectacular. I don't necessarily want him to be there. You know, I'd love to say Cowboys, but I'm going.
Well, I mean,
Chiefs.
no, they can go in the AFC all they want to, but the NFC. The Cowboys need to be there, even though we're a Rudy Poop franchise. We ain't got to talk about that. But, so the Chiefs.
I'm going Chiefs.
That's your favorite for the Super Bowl this year to win it all.
Sadly so.
What about you, Hoss? What about you? You leaning towards your Browns now?
To win it all. Win it all? Hell no. To win it all, I'm going to say there's a team that has a very big vendetta with the NFL right now. And they want to they have something to put to the rest of the teams in the NFL right now as well. They feel like they got screwed over, and they come back with a vengeance to win it all.
I know what team you're going with.
100%. It's in New York. It's Buffalo Bills. They're coming back. They're coming hard, guys. They're coming. I can just. I feel like they're gonna come in this season and they're just gonna be like mad. Mm-hmm. And then luckily they're on our schedule, so.
Same. Thankfully.
Yeah. Because someone's getting 40-0, and I don't know who it is, but it might be the Jets again.
Yeah.
How about you, Brayden?
Man, that's a toughie. That's a toughie right now. And I'm the one that came up with this question.
I feel like we should say this. Then we should revisit it again after like the draft.
Okay.
Because I feel like right now it's kind of like a very gray area.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. But I guess I'm gonna honestly kind of lean with you, Henry. I think the more I've thought about it, I think the Chiefs have not gotten better. If anything, I think they've gotten worse. And I think the Bills have made some good moves. I think they picked up a running back. What running back? What was the running back that they picked up?
Roy Jones. Who? The Bills?
No.
Bills.
The Bills.
They picked up a running back.
I know they lost Breida. He's at the Giants, I believe. They still have Singletary, don't they?
Yeah. They pick up Zach Moss. Oh no, they have Zach Moss.
Yeah.
Duke Johnson and Reggie Gillum.
All right. Either way.
Oh, Duke Johnson.
Yeah, from the
Duke
Texans.
Johnson. He's not bad. He's a good receiving. He fits into what they would be trying to do.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna have to go with the Bills too. I think the Chiefs are not as good as they once were. I think you got to watch out for. We've got to watch out for Denver. I feel like now we've got to, and I feel like we got to watch out for Cleveland. Yeah, and I know you.
Improved either, isn't it? Like, didn't they lose Tyrann Mathieu?
He's a free agent,
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, I think he's a free agent. I don't think he's signed anywhere yet.
Yeah, I don't think he's signed anywhere
So,
yet.
as of right now, yeah.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go with the Bills as of now, the way things are going. But again, off seasons, we still got moves to be made.
Eyes on San Fran.
You know what? The Cowboys go pick up B. Wagner and they go pick up Tyrann Mathieu. You know what? Then I'll come back and talk to you. I might have to go with the Cowboys.
Eyes on San Fran right now. I want to see what they got going on.
Yeah. All right, guys. Last topic. March Madness. What do we think is going to happen in the Final Four? Ben, we went through and we did our brackets.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't work out well for me. I don't know about you.
Mine did fairly well.
But so let's talk about it. We got North Carolina, we got Duke, Villanova, and Kansas. After watching everything, I think Kansas is now my favorite to win it all. What do y'all think? I mean, what are y'all's thoughts about these two games? How do y'all think things will play out? Who do you think will win it all?
I need Kansas to beat Villanova. Kansas needs to beat Villanova because of my Pirates.
I also need that.
Yes. So
Okay.
I didn't want Villanova to have a chance at championship. I want them to lose right now. So that way I'd have to be.
Well, Villanova's one of their main superstars is out.
More.
So
Yeah. Their guard more.
Hey, I love you more. I don't wish injury on anybody, but I'm glad you hurt. Okay. UNC Duke is where I think I'm gonna take my what they call it, my champion from. To be honest, Paolo Banchero and them are looking real good. UNC, they're gonna hit that curse of beating St. Peter's, so they're probably gonna lose that game. So I'm gonna say Duke wins it. UNC go beat Duke because UNC beat St. Peter's, and we all wishing bad on them right now. So.
Well, what about you, Ben? What you think?
Yeah, I'm going Duke. Mainly because my bracket has them winning, and I think they can do it. Obviously, they're in the Final Four, so they're not there for no joke. But I'm going with you, Paolo and Roach and Kills and everybody. I've been watching them playing. They play good paint basketball, but so does North Carolina. I think that's going to be one heck of a game, man. They split the season 1-1.
Yeah.
And both teams were very heated after both losses. So just getting that chance to play each other again in the Final Four, and then winner goes to the championship, Duke, North Carolina. Yeah. I think that's going to be one heck of a game. And honestly, I kind of agree with you. I think whoever wins that one will probably win it. I think Kansas is really good, and I think and hope they beat Villanova. I think they're the better team. It's sad that Moore got hurt, but I mean, injuries is part of the game. It's something that people hate seeing, and I know as we all have our teams, we hate seeing injuries, especially this time of the year. But
what you got to say, Henry? Are you about to say something?
Yes. I think I just convinced myself a lot more that Duke's going to win it. 'Cause it's Coach K's last season.
Yep, that too.
If Duke makes the final, I can't see them losing the final because like Coach K. You know? Like because you're playing with something a lot more than like you want. I feel like every single player there, as much as they might not want to say it, like want to send their coach out in like with a ring. But also that's what probably the jinx of it all was like Coach K's final season probably ends in the Final Four. Or so but like
I mean, we saw the game North Carolina Duke when it was Coach K's final game at home. Mm-hmm. I mean, North Carolina just shellacked them.
They want to
avenge
that.
What?
Yeah, and they want to avenge that.
You know what? North Carolina, they're going to win the game. My opinion. And then I think Kansas will win the game, and I think Kansas and North Carolina will play, and I think Kansas will win. So I think Kansas will be your champion this March Madness. Well, guys, anything else we want to add?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I think that's it for me.
We got now that we've covered sports, do we have any topics in real life that need to be discussed or addressed at all? Anything we want to talk about?
Now we already put up the what they call it. I already put out the feelers for the Ben's single question.
Yeah.
So
we'll answer that
we'll
next
find
week.
out. We'll find out.
Oh, so Ben may or may not make a move.
Are you committing?
Ben may or may
I'm
not.
just kidding.
Are you coming to an answer to that question next episode?
I'll give you an answer, yes or no, next episode.
Listen, he's gonna he may be making a move.
Don't make me regret it. I'm just kidding.
He may be making a move this week. It seems. So I guess next Wednesday we will find out, and y'all will more than likely find out Thursday.
This is the real. Okay, when you follow our Instagram, this is the real.
Yeah.
Ben just committed to give us an answer.
He did.
About his status.
He did. And you know what? We can talk about personal life on this thing, you know? Like we can get into some stuff. Like if we wanted to do like an episode where we just talked about us,
that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
We could do that.
Get to know the 3 Bs.
and then you're Black Henry.
Black Henry.
Love it. Okay. Well, do y'all want to wrap it up?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for listening. We hope that you like and subscribe and share this video. And we hope you hop on this ride and enjoy this journey with us as we get better and better at podcasts. We figure out the video, we figure out the audio, we figure out everything that we can. And you know what? We're going to try to present the best content that we can for you guys. We're going to look to spice it up. I'm going to talk to them about some ideas I've been thinking of too. So thanks for being here while we grow, while we learn. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Good night.
I need one of y'all to stay with me to do the Cowboys report. Will you do that, Ben?
Yeah.
Oh,
At 2:30. So I'm just gonna wait.
You're welcome to stay.
I'll probably just wait and go with you. So we'll go to business, right?
Yeah, mine's not till 3:15, but I'm just gonna walk to the library. So it's in the same direction.